It's day one of our 30-day New Year to Love You challenge. Let's do it. All right, friend, thank you so much for joining me here. My name is Kate. If you are brand new to me, welcome to my channel. I hope that you get a sense pretty quickly that I am all about creating Pilates, yoga, mindful movement classes that are really meant to bring presence, balance, and strength in our body while giving ourselves a pat on the back when we feel great about things and giving ourselves plenty of grace along the way when maybe we don't do something quite as perfectly as we'd like to. That's always fine. So this challenge that you're about to start with me, what is it all about? Is it Pilates? Is it workouts? Is it meditation or journaling? Guess what? It's a little bit of everything. And just like any class you take with me, it can kind of be a choose your own adventure. You want to do all of it? That's amazing. You just want to join in on the Pilates days? That's fabulous too. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. For me, I like to start off the new year kind of acknowledging all of the wonderful things that the past year brought to me and use that to kind of propel me and make better choices in my year to come. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, 2020 was not the year I was anticipating. And guess what? It was definitely not that for me either. I was laid off for a while. That's actually how I started my channel. I was very bored at home and I needed to keep moving. And it's good to see that, there are silver linings to things even when they're not exactly what we were anticipating. So this challenge for me, and I'm hoping for you, is a way to kind of reset or think about some new self-care habits, self-love practices, and just a lovely way to kind of set an intention for yourself for this coming year. Instead of thinking to ourselves, oh, new year, new me, I've got to change everything about myself from last year. Instead, I'd rather you and I focus on the fabulous, wonderful, amazing things we accomplished last year and celebrate those things, and then just move on with our year and keep celebrating all the better and wonderful, more fabulous things that we accomplish in the coming year. If that sounds good to you, then I cannot wait to start this challenge with you, and let's take a moment to kind of talk about everything that's about to happen. If you join me for our invitation video, if you saw that first one that I kind of introduced the new challenge coming up, then you'll see that I did create a lovely printable digital journal for you if you want it. There's a link in the description below where you can find that and get that. You can either print it off and physically journal away with me. You can use that as some inspiration for your own journal if you happen to have one, or you don't have to use it at all. Absolutely fine either way. I just thought it'd be a nice little addition to the beginning of our new year. For me, I find it incredibly helpful to, take a moment at the start of each year and notice what I did last year, to think about what I want to do different this year, to think about what I want to keep doing the same. All those little things can really help kind of put some perspective in what's going on in your life, and it's always really helpful to me. So if you want that, be sure to check out that below and grab your free copy if you want to. You'll also find in the journal, it's kind of nice, it breaks down the challenge. You'll see that each day of the week is kind of themed. That might mean that, you see, oh, I love the Pilates classes on Tuesday. I will definitely make it to every Tuesday video. You also might find that you're not in the mood for one of them, and that's okay. It's always a choose your own adventure when you're with me. I am not here to judge you for doing all of it, none of it, some of it. It's all about you, finding what works for you. This year, I really hope that you can join me and share with me all of the wonderful experiences that you create for yourself, that you find these positive moments even when, let's face it, last year wasn't what we expected, so we don't know what's gonna happen in 2021. We're definitely gonna create and manifest for ourselves feelings of love, of self-care, and hopefully finding these wonderful mindful habits that can really make us feel so much better. I do think of Pilates and yoga and exercise as a whole as a mindful activity for myself. For me, it's not about, sculpting my body or getting myself to look a certain way. Instead, I know that when I get on my mat, when I stretch, when I kind of do some myofascial release, all of these different wonderful things, I personally feel better. I I'm able to, be a little happier when I get off the mat. And that's my goal for you, to not think of exercise as something that you have to, struggle through, but instead celebrate, be excited, be happy, put a smile on your face when you feel ridiculous, when I make you do silly things like rolling like a ball. It's okay. And I'm hoping that this challenge is just a really great way for us to start off the brand new year together and put some positivity out in the world there. So that's what the journal is all about, and really what the whole challenge is all about. Now, as I mentioned, each day is kind of themed. Mondays I'm calling Manifest Monday. And on those days, you can look in the journal and see what journaling prompt is. You can also tune into the lovely video that I put out so we can chat about it as well. Let's talk about this Monday. This first Monday on our lovely challenge is really all about acknowledging everything we accomplished last year. I know that sometimes that's harder to do than we think, especially when we had a year that was maybe not exactly what we were anticipating doing. We probably had plans that were canceled, things that did not go exactly the way we anticipated. I doubt many of you out there could have seen what 2020 was going to be about, because it certainly was a crazy year for me. Now, that doesn't mean that there weren't wonderful, amazing things for myself. And that's what I want you to journal about, and that's what our little meditation today is going to be about. Again, some of us can meditate and we'll just, use that time there to think about and be very happy with where we were at. Some of us need to write it on down. Now, my idea for you is to, either in your journal or in your head, to just think about those things that really went well, that we accomplished and we feel proud of and we can always pat ourselves on the back about. And it doesn't have to be big things. It can be teeny tiny things. Maybe you reorganized your closet in a way and you've kept it up. I do that all the time and I never keep it up. Maybe you started gardening this year and you kept all your plants alive. Maybe it was joining me for classes every Tuesday or something. There are things big and small that can be celebrated. Maybe you really learned how to cook the most amazing meal, or you discovered a new baking cookie recipe. If that is the case, please share that baking cookie recipe in there, because I love a good cookie. Anywho, at this time, this day, I really just want you to spend maybe anywhere from like 5 to 30 minutes or more if you want to. If you've got so many accomplishments that it takes you longer than 30 minutes, power to you. I am impressed. But let's just spend today thinking about the wonderful, amazing, fabulous choices that you made for yourselves, accomplishments that you achieved, and just notice those creative moments in your life that brought you joy, that brought you happiness, that put a smile on your face, and that you can be so incredibly proud of yourself. If we want to just do that in our journal and just journal away, that sounds fabulous. If you want to join me for a short meditation, this will be a quick one, to kind of get yourself either set up for that or just to exclusively use this meditation as your moment for acknowledging your accomplishments, that's wonderful too. If you're going to choose the meditation, go ahead, get yourself nice and settled, and we'll begin in just a moment. Begin to find a comfortable position. Maybe you're seated in a chair. Maybe you're reclining on your couch. Perhaps you're even snuggled in your bed. But get out any wiggles in your body. Nod the head, roll the shoulders. See if you can release any tension in your face and neck. Allow yourself to relax. Take a great big inhale and an easy sigh out. Again, cooling breath in. Let it go. Once more, just take a moment to notice if you're trying to control any muscles, any joints, and let yourself settle. Now again, take a big inhale on 1. Let go on 2. Deep breath in on 3. Relax on 4. In your own mind, continue to count all the way up to 10. With each breath in and out, with each count, imagine closing the door on the outside world and begin to focus on yourself. Maybe imagine opening a book of your life in this past year. As you turn the pages, as you scroll through your 2020 calendar, stop on those pages, on those moments where you did something amazing, where you accomplished a goal. See those habits you created for yourself, those mindful activities, anything that brought you joy, calm, anything that was a source of true and total contentment. As you turn the pages in this book of your year, how does it make you feel? Is there a sense of pride? A feeling of wonderful accomplishment? Of gratitude for just how truly beautiful your life is? As you look back upon your year, what good came out of 2020 for you? What accomplishments did you achieve? No matter how big, how small, take this time to cherish those achievements, those goals met, those mindful habits you created. Let that feeling spread throughout the body, the mind, the breath. Again, take a big, full inhale. Easy sigh out. Big, deep inhale. Let it go. One more time. As you feel ready, invite a little movement into your body. A nod of the head, a roll of the wrist or ankles, and end your meditation the minute you feel ready. As you blink your eyes open, take a moment to pause, to not only thank yourself for everything you did last year, take this moment to thank yourself for doing something good for you right now. I hope that was a lovely way to begin our 30-day New Year to Love You challenge. I cannot wait to see you for the rest of this month. I certainly hope you enjoy everything that's about to unfold in front of us. And I can't wait to hear from you. I'll see you tomorrow.